Well, it's been a busy summer for the city of Peoria, and even dating back to last year in the police department, that there were 2 police-involved shootings that have also prompted more questions about the department adding body cameras in its quest for transparency. And joining me now is Police Chief with Peoria PD, Loren Marion. Thank you so much for joining me for this conversation. We're talking about body cameras. A lot of people have been waiting. I know that there was a grant that the department received last year. Where are we right now with the implementation of body cameras?
So as of right now, and I can kind of go through the timeline to see if it makes a little bit more sense, but as of right now, we are in the selection process of for the body cams.
And when you say selection, does that mean you're trying to figure out which prototype to go with, or how many that you're going to receive? What is entailed within the selection process?
When I say selection process, I mean what vendor to go with that's going to actually be the provider of the cameras.
Okay, and you know, a lot of people have been asking, you know, this is something dating back, I think the grant from Washington came in around 2017, maybe September in the fall of that year.
Yep, I got the timeline for you.
And people have been, so what's been the holdup in that process? You know, having the money, why is it taking so long to choose? What are some of the variables that are going on within your mindset right now of why just select one and try to get a few out there? I mean, are we piloting them at this point?
So to answer your first question, for the process, it is very it's very expensive. So, you know, we have to do our due diligence to make sure that when we invest in something that it's going to be what we need. And when you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, you need to make sure that you're making the right decision on it. So we were awarded the grant on September 29th, and it was of 2017. It was accepted by City Council in October of 2017. So once that was accepted, we were able to move forward. We did do a RFP process, which is a request for proposal. That's where we put out the information and basically tell the vendors of what we want, what we're looking for. That happened earlier this year, and then when those came back, we did receive some proposals, and what we found though was the proposals were more geared towards a cloud-based storage solution, which is more expensive than a on-site server-based solution. So in order to make sure we are doing our due diligence, we wanted to send out another RFP, but this time specify that we want pricing for the on-site storage-based solution. So the RFP for the second time went out March 23rd with a closing date of April 23rd. So it was out for 1 month. And when we got the RFPs back, we received RFPs from 11 vendors. And I also want to add the other agencies, as Peoria Police Department, we want to make sure that the other agencies were involved in this selection process as well. So on May 1st and 2nd, we had a selection committee meeting. That's where the members from the other agencies came in.
Talking about other police departments?
Yes, East Peoria, Peoria County Sheriff's Department, and Peoria Park District, along with Peoria Police Department. We sat down, we reviewed the RFPs, and we selected 2 vendors to evaluate, per se.
I want to ask, are there right now, any prototypes that are out with any of the officers or any of the teams right now?
Yes, as of right now, there are 7 Peoria officers that are wearing body cameras.
Okay, and you know that, as I said earlier, there have been a lot of questions. You know, when you have situations like the police department has been had to respond to within the last 7 months or so, there have been the 2 police-involved shootings, and people have called to want to see those body cameras. Has that at any point, or is it right now kind of pushing the department to maybe try to act faster, or for you is that a reason why to slow down and make sure you get it right?
I think the most important thing is to get it right. What the community needs to know, the Peoria Police Department wants to get them as bad as what the community does. But again, like I said, it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we have to make sure we're making smart investments. I wish it was just as easy to, hey, that's the camera I want, throw the camera on, and that's all we have to do. But there are so many things that we have to look at on top of it, so we just have to make sure we're doing the right thing. And as I mentioned, we had the selection committee for it narrowed it down to 2 vendors, and we went through the evaluation process. So since May 21st, we've had officers in body cameras again evaluating the 2 different vendors, and I use that vaguely because I don't want to put the vendors' names out.
Gotcha.
Because of the process, and so now we are in the selection process
to do it. And we're running out of time here, and I wish I could keep going, but you did tell me that you're hoping by the end of the year that this could all be finalized, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that will be looking for that. Again,